Hey friends, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
And this is our review of Little Fires Everywhere, Episode 8, the finale.
We made it.
And the title is called Find a Way.
Find a way.
Find a Way.
Find a way.
Pretty satisfying episode, in my opinion.
Yes.
So let's begin with, Elena did tell Mia everything. Remember?
Yeah, we were giving her the benefit of the doubt. We're like, maybe
she
didn't. We didn't hear it. Nope.
Why would we even do that? Why would we think that about her?
I don't know, because we don't know how low she'll go.
Yeah.
But I guess now we do.
Now we do. And then, of course, Pearl has to go talk to her mom about it. And Mia, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a really difficult conversation to have.
It was. And Pearl was not having it. She wouldn't talk to her mom, which I kind of get.
Yeah. And then she wanted her mom to call the dad. And Mia called, but the wife answered. And the wife was like, Mia?
I was like, she's going to know. Because it was so awkward, that silence.
This is setting it up for another season is what I'm thinking.
Oh.
There's lots of things that happen in this episode that make me think they're trying to do another season, which I kind of wish that they would leave things alone when it's just one book. It's not like a series.
Right.
But now I kind of want to know.
Well, if the ratings are good, they'll probably do it.
Well, there you go. Yes. Let's stay on Pearl and talk about Moody confronting her end trip.
Okay.
So it went down.
It went down.
And he is hurt and he is angry.
Yeah.
But what about what Izzy said to him?
What did Izzy say to him?
That she is not...
I love that!
You're not entitled to her just because you bought her a bike.
That was a good point. Like, you don't own people.
Never would have thought of that.
That's true. We never even went there.
Right. Because he was always Mr. Innocent to us. But she's like, you do it too. Like, gosh, let's just say everybody in this show has got the...
the good and the bad,
the two sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, like, mind-blowing when she said that. I was like,
Izzy is wise.
I know, right? She's... too wise for her own good. Okay, so that went down, and that is what it is. But then they fought, Trip and Moody.
And it was, I totally like Izzy's point. She's 100% correct. The only thing I do take issue with, though, is the sneaking around. Yeah. They knew that his feelings would be hurt, and they should have just been upfront with it. So that was, like, the only thing.
Right, well, Pearl getting mad at her mom, I mean, it's a big difference, but for keeping things. But then you kept a secret. It's... Oh,
and it was kind of a slap in the face to use his hideout.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of low. So, yeah.
That just made everything even worse. Yeah. All right, let's go and talk about crazy Elena and her husband Bill. Because he's just, like, not having it. Like, he's just, like, smoking. Yes. And he's like, I'm going to be me. Yeah. Because he's, like, sleeping on the couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's mad. But he's like, he's keeping it pretty cool, though. He's just like not having her games anymore. Yeah. He's just like, you know, he told her to be quiet at the trial, and now he's just like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, and she's crazy, and she continues to do things that are totally out of line. Like when she went to that doctor friend of hers, Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh, so unethical. What is wrong with her?
Oh my gosh, Reese Witherspoon, great acting when she was like, so wait, you're like telling me like I have to do this because you got me this job, and she's kind of like, yeah, I am. Without actually saying it, her face said it all.
She's good.
She is so good at making me hate her. Yeah. So the doctor leaves, and then she finds the file of Pearl, and now she thinks Pearl got an abortion.
Oh, man.
Well, she thinks Moody's child, but then Moody's like, no, look at Trip, and then
that was a hot mess. That whole like, what are they thinking?
It was pretty funny, such a mess. Yeah. More on that later. Yes. Let's talk about Linda and her testimony.
Oh my goodness.
So this finally went down, and this series just continues to give reality checks and make you think things that you probably never thought before. But really, when she was being pressed by by Bebe's lawyer, and he was saying, so are you going to incorporate her race into her life? And why did you change her name? Good point. Why did you take away...
Did she know her name?
Well, that's what I kept thinking.
I was like, did she know her name?
I thought that too, and I was like, maybe he meant, like, couldn't you have given her a Chinese name? But how did she
I feel like that would have been racist too, like, let me just give you a Chinese name.
True, to keep with the culture. Yeah. You're absolutely right. So it's like, what could she have done? Yes, fortune cookies at her first birthday. And that's not even a Chinese thing, the Americans started
someone gave them a panda.
Oh, that one I was like, oh gosh.
That was a little cringy.
I had to look away. I don't know if you're asking my opinion of who should get the baby. I don't know. I know it seems obvious that Bebe, that is her baby, and she did what was right for her. And Linda's saying mothers aren't perfect. We do mess up sometimes. Well, Bebe did that. I mean, she's only human too, and I don't know what to think about it.
I don't either. I'm still on the fence because neither one of them was bad.
Right.
And so it's not really a question of like who was bad. It's just true. That
they both would have been fine mothers.
Yeah, they both would have been fine mothers.
But it's just, I guess the judge saw, well, I'm glad that they showed the judge because he's a white man, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it seems like race has played a big role in this whole show.
And class as well, because it's the whole thing where, like, Bebe doesn't have as much money, so does that mean she won't be as good of a parent? And then that whole thing plays out with Pearl, too, with, like, you know, her mother didn't have as much money. And so does that mean she didn't have as good of a childhood? I actually think they had a really strong like mother-daughter relationship that you might not have in a wealthy family. Oh, example in point. Yeah. Elena and her kids. Not the best family.
That is true.
So, you know, like a lot of interesting things. So the judge decided to give to the rich family. In my opinion, that's what he based it on. Yeah. And that layers with whiteness too. So
I didn't like how Linda, when they were televising it or they're interviewing her, she kind of was like gloating about it. And when they said, well, do you think maybe visitation rights? And she's like, leave me alone. No, like as if that was just so absurd. The idea of her even having.
I didn't like that either. I was like, you should let her know. I mean, yeah. She's going to want to know.
I know.
I mean, we watch This Is Us, so we know how this goes.
We know how that goes, exactly.
And who naturally wouldn't want to know, especially when you're raised in like an interracial family. Yeah. You're going to have questions.
You're like, something doesn't.
And then if you had the choice and your kid finds out you didn't let her have a relationship, you're screwed.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, Linda won, but then Bebe won in the end, it looks like.
Goodness.
Okay, when I heard Mama from the baby monitor and she didn't check, I was like, okay, so something happened. And the first thing I thought was that Bebe took her.
Yeah. And she's going to be so mad at her husband. She's going to blame it on him.
I know, right? You told me not to check on her. Well, there's another seed planted for a season 2.
True.
You know, maybe we're going to see what happens because, you know, now she's on the run, kind of like Mia's on the run. Is Mia on the run, though?
Yeah.
Because now that the wife, Mrs. Ryan, was like Mia, so they are still suspecting that she's trying to reach out to them, and maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm just saying that
is a seed.
Could totally be a season 2. Okay, let's go back to ugly Elena. When she goes over to tell Mia, you know, I need you out by the well, first she says the end of the month, and then she said no by the next morning, and then that's when she finds out that Lexi was the one that had the abortion. And
how satisfying was that, though? I'm sorry, but I took a little pleasure in Mia telling her.
I loved it, and I love the way Mia delivered the news. It wasn't really snarky. It was more just like
it just turned it back on her, like her own words, like just turned them right back at her, and I was just kind of like, yep.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Just a moment.
So yeah, Mia and Pearl leave.
Yep.
Well, I like that when Mia finally decides to talk to her about what happened, and Pearl was very forgiving and accepting, like, you're my mother.
You're my mother, I know.
Thank goodness.
I know.
I know. You can't break that bond, and she is her mother.
She's her mother. She's actually her mother, and she made choices, and I mean, like, naturally she wants to know who her dad is. Yeah. It's just a thing. Of course you want to know.
Of course you do, yeah. How can you help that?
How could you just be like, yeah, I'm cool. I'll never, I don't need to know.
Yeah, so I was happy for them rebuilding their relationship, and here they are. Time to move on. Okay, but you guys, the moment we've all been waiting for, who set the fire? We finally get to find out. It was a little more complicated than who.
Yes.
Just one person. Who all set the fire? Yeah, so Izzy, her mother, Elena, saying to her that, like, I never wanted you in the first place, and then for Lexi to step up and say, Mom, like,
they all heard her say that. So whatever differences they had with Izzy and each other, they bonded in that moment. Because Elena, that was, like, not acceptable.
No. I mean, that's the worst.
And then terrible.
And then they wanted her to go find her when they said Izzy ran away. And she's like, if she wants to be with Mia, then let her. I mean,
my gosh. When Moody tried to stop her, I started crying because I was like, don't leave him.
I know.
Like, they need, oh my gosh.
But then they decide we're going to start the fire. We're going to carry out because Izzy started to. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe
I was really proud of Lexi. That whole thing where Lexi, when she said to Elena, I'm not perfect, and Elena goes, yes, you are! I'm like, you crazy.
It was pretty obnoxious.
Yes, it really was.
But, yeah. But it's true, yeah. So the kids are coming to realize how crazy their mom is, and, you know, then there's the fire. But Elena did take credit for the fire. So are we supposed to praise her for that? Because I just have trouble praising Elena.
It was like one of those things where I was trying to figure out, like, how do I feel about what she just said? Like, she's not gonna...
Like, she took the fault for her children, so she's protecting her children, but
she's really...
This started because...
It's so like your fault anyway. So you
indirectly, you really did
maybe
start
she was
the fire.
saying, I did
She's accepting responsibility.
Do you just get to go free, though, when you burn your house down?
I know. I mean, if you burn your own house down, do you still get charged? Like, can you still press charges on yourself?
Because she just went off to go look at the rental property after that.
Yeah. Like
don't you have to...
Is she not going to be charged with arson?
I know. That's what I was wondering.
Child endangerment? I don't know anything.
Like, she got bailed out and immediately went to go check on that rental property.
Because of her status? Priorities, you know?
I mean, her husband's a lawyer, but he doesn't like her at this time.
No. I couldn't believe when we did go see her check. Well, she's looking for Izzy. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, yeah. Isabel. And I was like, you're never going to call her Izzy. But then when she found that model of Shaker Heights that Mia made, which was awesome, and it was all covered in white. Mm-hmm, yep. Flower, obviously. But yeah, and then that bird cage and that feather, and then she's like, Izzy. And I was like, okay, good. But, I mean, she's missing. She's gone. You chased her away. How do you ever repair? You cannot take, my mom always said, you know, you can throw words out there, but that they're out there. They don't get to, you can't take them back. Like, that was very hurtful what she said.
You can't.
No. And that feather, by the way, which in the beginning, they were showing them when they were little selling lemonade, and then she saw the bird, and tried to save the bird, so that's where that feather came from, if I'm sure you all picked up on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there you go.
It was very interesting, though, because, again, with, like, the conversation they had at the door where Mia called her on, like, why she really hates her, and I was like, oh my gosh, she represents what Elena gave up. Like, the freedom, the art, kind of like more bohemian artistic life.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it does kind of come together in that way.
That's true.
The stuff that she, like, pacified. Like, put the pacifier in.
Oh, yeah, Bill, when he was like, maybe I should get myself a pacifier or something like that. I was like, oh, dig. Yeah.
Like, she's got, like, nothing now.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about season 2, and I'm not usually a fan of that. Like, I like to leave books alone when there's just one. But now I kind of want to know.
Well, so did they go into her parents' house?
Yes, that had to have been her parents' house. Yes. Correct us if we're wrong. But I thought they're going to go see the Ryans. But no, I think that she's going to, because remember her parents had said that before, like, we've never even met her before. So I think that was, here's the chance. Yeah,
exactly. So. And Pearl decided not to go to New York. She didn't want to go to her parents. At least maybe not at this time.
Right.
Like her dad.
But you could see where this saga could go on, right?
Yeah, it could.
Unless, the author, that's what she got forward, whatever she wanted to. And
I mean, it's only a few years old, the book, so, the story could go further.
She could write another one.
No, it happens. Did that with Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah. I just was really surprised by what this show really was about. I didn't realize it had so much to do with class and race and status
and feminism
and
like
motherhood.
The choices. Yeah, exactly.
I had no idea.
Reproductive rights. Seriously, we just thought, ooh, Reese Witherspoon, Kerry Washington. Yeah, let's do it. Looks good.
And they all did great. Every actor, everything was wonderful. The way it was very artistically done.
Yeah.
And it just makes it was very enlightening. And I do want to take a second and thank everybody who's watched our reviews and commented. They've been very educational, insightful, thoughtful, challenging at times, but
I love it.
But we love it.
That's what we do this for.
Exactly. Yeah. So thank you for taking the time to watch and to comment. We really appreciate that. All right, that wraps it up for this series. Thank you again for watching. And I just want to let you know we do review other TV shows. So if you see anything you like, please watch and like and comment and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Bye.